doesn't seem real? What doesn't seem real? What doesn't seem real is why I yawned. You know, it makes it like take away the truth of a situation. What does that mean? When people have their eyes on you, or you have your eyes on people having their eyes on you, then that means that things are different than when nobody is watching you. That's a huge aspect of developing yourself, because developing yourself means to not really care what other people think about you. That's a struggle for many. Um, Even though we could say to ourselves and to other people, especially, oh, I don't care what that person thinks. There's a reality to it that really makes what you're saying not true. Because people who usually tend to say that they don't care what other people think about them usually mean that they care in certain aspects with certain people in their lives. So there's not much else to say there about that, other than to grow as an individual, as a person, with other people, of course. Because you can't grow without other people. You can't just grow alone. Like, you can grow alone when you're on your own. Of course, there's times that you're going to be on your own. Those are crucial moments and times in your life. But you can't grow without other people. When you do so, you realize that there are necessities in your life and certain desires in your life that really conflict with each other. And the needs are the requirements or duties that you have within your day, and the wants are the things that you aspire to do or even are caught up in your life. And there's at least two different ways of looking about that, in my perspective right now. Obviously, the perspectives are manifold. They're never just two things. It's never gonna say it, a duality or dichotomy. Sorry, everybody who believes in like male and female and good and bad, and it's not just that. If I go on a tangent, then I could say there's a dialectic, or a dialogue, if anything, a communication or a conversation about everything that has to do with good or bad, or male or female, or any big topic in today's world that has two different sides that are highlighted. It's never just those two things. People live their lives with obviously their thoughts and their behaviors, and these behaviors are not just based on two intentions every time. It's not just either good or just bad. Like, their intentions could be to help somebody, which can be qualified as good, right? Their intentions could be to harm somebody, which is qualified as bad. But then people who have different knowledge than uh, yourself or us or them, um, it doesn't really fit with another person's perspective of what is good and what is bad. Like, it's never the same thing exactly. The deeper that you go into the question of what is good and what is bad, it reveals more and more to you that you really don't know what you agree with, because you haven't solved or figured that out for yourself yet, right? So there's certain choices that you must make, and it's very clear. If I say this socially, vocally, in the mind, it's not always clear cut whatsoever, at all. I mean, if you haven't solved these problems, then the mind is not in the right state. So to solve these problems and to even solve a lot of mental issues, um, to have a firm stance on certain topics, if not as many topics as you can have an answer for, is you need to have these answers. Like, you need to have stances. And I might be talking to me right now, but I could be talking to you too. And if that does reflect anything that goes on in your mind, then I'm very happy about that. Not only because it teaches me that other people share my views, but also because people are interested in these topics and would like a discussion about them. So if you have any questions or comments or anything that you want to say at all, I mean, please, like, I'm more than open to read anything. Like, I'm not gonna bash anybody for anything. Even if you're bashing me, I'm not gonna bash you. I'm just gonna listen to where you're coming from. Like, it doesn't really bother me from this perspective. Basically, you're gonna be reading your comments, and then you're gonna be reading mine, and hopefully nothing elevates from there in a negative aspect or way. But yeah, that's my little spiel for today. I'm Italian.